Hi there everybody, this is Johnny here bringing to you another episode of my Vainglory gameplay. Once again, a big hello to all my friends out there who follow my videos. I want to say thank you so much for subscribing or for just watching my videos in the first place. It means a lot to me that you guys are actually, enjoying what I am producing. I've had some comments from you guys out there saying that you like the content, you like the commentary, and also some great constructive criticism, or I would say just feedback about how my screen, they would prefer if it didn't have the iPad frames, so they wanted full screen, so that kind of thing. So I'm great. I will definitely take in all your suggestions and try my best to make it great for you guys. Now, anyway, I want to apologize first for not being able to come up with videos as often as I would like. As you know, it's been quite a few weeks since my last video, so I do apologize for that because it's been such a busy time for me. We had our Lunar New Year, as well as I have a full-time job, and I'm also married also, so all these commitments I have to see to, but of course it will never take away my time from Vainglory. Whenever I can, I do want to play and I do want to record for you guys. So thank you for your patience, guys. I definitely want to try to make some more time to make these videos for you. So what's going on here is that in this video I am playing Phinn, and there's a reason for this because I've been, usually I play support quite often when playing ranked matches. So I usually use Arden, if not Catherine. So I decided that I want to try something different, and I was thinking, hey, I've actually seen Phinn in the competitive scene very often, and he seems to be quite relevant. A lot of people will say, hey, he's slow, and the problem with that is that good teams will definitely try to isolate the carries from Phinn, to kill them off, and Phinn won't be able to catch up. But however, I would like to say that if you have good coordination with your team, you'll be able to make sure that the fight always revolves around Phinn, and that's where Phinn can really do a lot of damage to the enemies. Yes, I agree, he's slow, but he has lots of great things about him that is so important in team fights. He has a stun. His first ability is it deals enormous damage, and I believe if you overdrive it, it gives you up to over 500 damage. That's a lot for an ability, much less on a carry. And on top of that, if you do overdrive the A ability, it upgrades it to a stun, which is great in case you have all those enemies who have a long channeling time, like a Scarf or a Rona or something like that, and you want to stop them in the middle of their ultimates. You can actually throw in that stun, and it'll be great for teams. And then you have the second ability, which is Polite Company, where you basically stomp on the ground, you give your teams fortified health, and you also bring the enemies closer to you. And it's great for your allies if they need the enemies they need to stick to the enemies, like Kral in this case. And the ultimate is great for initiating fights. Sometimes, a lot of times when you play against high elo players, they like to stand off, like they want to wait for you to make the first move, and then when you do go in, that's when they kind of focus you and they kind of eliminate you from the game. So having this force the chord where you can drag one player or a few enemies towards you changes the dynamics entirely. So here we are in our first team fight. So you can see I lay that stun onto the Vox, and look at that burst damage right there. It's amazing. And here we go, we're chasing the other teams. I do the Polite Company to give a buffer to my players, and here we are just taking out the team. We're chasing after the Glaive, but he runs away, unfortunately. And Kral is now free to take on the enemy jungle, and this is a great fight for us. And it is because mostly that of course my teammates are great, but also on top of that, we have a tank that's hard to kill. Look at that. We're just taking out the enemies with my first ability, And of course, Kral is just so hard to kill. And then here I go with my second ability again, and follow my first one to kill off the Alzo. And here's Vox wanting more from me, and it's like, okay, it's your choice, and he just goes down. So great fight by the team. So pretty good stuff there. We got the team. We got to ace the team more than once, and we managed to take a lot of the jungle. So that was a great fight for us. So that's the power of Phinn. If the fight revolves around Phinn, the chances are that you might win, because Phinn is so strong. He can take in all the damage. Every single item that you buy, like be it Crucible, Warhorn, Shiver Steel, anything that gives him bonus health, because of his heroic perk, gives him additional, what, 20 to 30% additional health, I believe. So yeah, it's great. And by the way, I'm just wondering, why did Vox run all the way into our second turret? I think maybe he was lagging or something. But yeah, that was funny. So yeah, it's great. So he's so hard to kill, and he has an A ability that can deal so much damage, almost as much as some people's ultimates, and an ultimate that can drag an enemy to a place he or she does not want to be in, to really just throw the whole team into havoc. And that's why I like him quite a bit. Although yeah, more often than not, what I'm frustrated about is his speed. So you might want to get boots as early as you can, and of course upgrade it to second tier boots whenever possible. After maybe you got your first tier 3 item for defense, okay, and then you go for your boots. So here we are, we go for the Vox, but Kral completely misses his ultimate. That was funny. Okay, but we still managed to get close to Vox. Kral is getting really deep into the enemy lines, and we see the enemies there. We're trying to engage, but nothing comes out of it. Still waiting, and they spot Kral in the bush. I tell Kral to get out of there, and yeah, nothing really comes out of this fight just yet. But okay, I think something exciting is about to happen. Check this out. So first we go in for the Vox, we take him out, and then also want some of the action. Okay, so we just focus on Alzo and as well as Glaive. And just when we kill him, I get my ultimate and I drag in the Glaive to finish him off as well. So you can see that I just got my ultimate the minute that we finish off Alzo, just in time for me to pull in the Glaive. So that was another ace. Great team play once again. So yeah, awesome stuff there, my team. And we take down a turret. Kral gets the enemy jungle. Yeah, so things are going great. So that's what I'm trying to show you guys, that Glaive can really throw the entire enemy team into chaos if you know how to use his abilities on point. And especially the drag, man, that is so crucial. So if you want to be able to use his drag often, one of the things you should definitely get would be a clockwork. So a clockwork can definitely reduce the cooldown time on all his abilities. Yeah, so maybe that, or you could also perhaps get a what you call that, the contraption. Yeah, contraption also gives you the cooldown time. So anyway, here we are. We're going to take on the gold mine, because anyway the enemy is gone, so we're just gonna take the gold mine as quickly as we can. Yeah, so we see Glaive there. I was tempted to actually turn around and pull Glaive into the to this gold mine, because I've seen that done in competitive matches before, where you just drag the Glaive in, but I didn't have my drag. So but that's one thing you guys can try out. If you can just stand in the gold mine pit and you just drag an enemy in there, if you can see them, it's totally awesome. The enemy will not see it coming at all. Okay, so off we go, doing our farming again. It's very important to get Kral fed, because once Kral hits his power spike with all the tier 3 items, he's going to be a monster. It's going to be so hard to kill. Couple that with me in the game being able to stun the enemy, drag the enemy towards me, so that Kral can stick to the enemy better. he is going to be a monster. So Phinn and Kral, a very lethal combo. I missed my drag there, by the way. So yeah, I didn't realize that he was going to zoom away. So just let you know, guys, if you actually miss your drag, I believe that there's actually I would say a rebate on the cooldown time. So you get a bit of like a discount. Instead of getting the full cooldown time, if you're not able to drag in anybody, your cooldown time will be reduced by 10 to 30%, I believe, depending on how much you actually level it up. So, okay, so as you can see, I took the overdrive on my first ability because I wanted that stun. Being able to stun somebody is definitely a very useful skill. So Vox comes to attack us from behind. I go in with my stun again, and we take out the enemy glaive. And here's Kral looking for Ozo. Look at the damage on Ozo, man. Okay, so we stay back for a bit. I say, okay, there's no need for us to engage. We just go straight for the minion mine. Yeah, we do. Okay, so we just put more pressure, more and more pressure on the team. And they know they can't really just come and gank us because, you know, it's a Kral. And being Phinn as well, I'm really tanky, so it's not as though they can just take us out like that. It's gonna be it will take quite a bit of work. So I believe that this combo, this two Phinn and Kral, is a lethal combo. And between Kral and Phinn, they have 2 stuns. Take note. So it's actually really awesome for crowd control. So here we are. I was trying to warn them that Vox is up there, so we want to take the Vox out as well if you can. I want to drag Vox in. I do. Oh, yeah. I was wondering why didn't my drag work. I'm pretty sure I got him there, but okay. Well, anyway, I missed my drag again. Unfortunate that, but it's okay. Our team is doing well so far. Kral gets knocked back. Look at this. Kral gets really low. I pop my renewal right now, and I do some more damage over there just to keep Kral alive. We do a lot of damage to the enemy team as well. Glaive is going down and he dies. Kral with just a little bit of health, and he's enjoying it, as you can see. So my job now is to get Kral back to health. I said, okay, you know what? Tell you what, just get one of these minion mines. Maybe you can replenish some of your health. Yeah, just by doing his smite. And that's the awesome thing about Kral. Like, he could be low 1 minute, but once he goes through the jungle one time, he gets all his health back. It's crazy. So yeah, and yeah, so here we are just doing our own thing, and I finally get some money to buy my contraption, and this is going to help me in my cooldown time. So this is going to be a really good item to have on a Phinn. Of course, some people would say, hey, you know, you should get a Warhorn. Warhorn is definitely very useful for a very slow Phinn. But for me, it was like, should I get contraption? Because I really want the cooldown time. And I didn't want to buy a clockwork yet. So yeah, so maybe I just got the contraption. It helps me to get vision around the entire jungle as well, which is great. Alright, so we say, okay, let's take the gold mine again. So this is where we're really pushing our lead further and further. The snowball is real. And we are just, yeah, pulling ahead of the enemy team quite a bit. And the crowd's like, what's Kral doing there? It's like doing a very long shopping spree. So here I am. I'm just gonna buy myself some armor. I think I might armor. Yeah. This is for the glaive. I just want to make sure I defend myself properly against the glaive. And yeah. So yeah, guys. So basically, I've been using Phinn actually quite a bit for my solo rank matches, and it seems as though it works with a lot more heroes besides Kral as well. It works a lot for Koshka. It's great for Koshka because that way, you know, Koshka can stick close to the enemies as well. Taka, I played with alongside Taka too. Although Taka tends to be a bit fast, tends to run away from you really quickly, and just like, wait, Taka, wait for me, and you know. So here I am. I'm gonna do a drag, pull Ozo back, do my my polite company followed by my stun, and Vox is gone in a minute. We chase after the enemy glaive as fast as we can, and look at that. Glaive just cannot go anywhere. It's frustrating for Glaive because he just keep being pulled back, and that's the kind of panic that you want to create for the team. And here I come with my abilities. Well, fortunately for Kral, he got the kill. So here we are once again taking the immediate mine, pushing the lane, pushing the turret down. And this is really a very strong combo right here. Crawl, Phinn, and a we call it a scarf. Can you imagine if we actually had the combo of oh, look at how fast Ozo is just melted away. If I can pull my dragon, and then Scarf can use his goop to slow the enemy down, and then burn the enemy, and Kral can just keep at putting his stacks on the enemy while keeping them close. It is just absolutely menacing. So really great combo here. We take out the last turret. Nothing the enemy can do. We're just gonna take out the enemy crystal as well. So as you can see, guys, this is a really fast game. We didn't even need the Kraken at all. So really quick game. Sorry if this seemed a bit too one-sided. I wanted to post up other games as well, but this is the only few games I can actually play. Like I said, I'm really busy nowadays, so I'm gonna upload whatever I can. So hopefully you guys still enjoy that video. So here is the stats. 706 for Kral, not bad at all, and 617 for Scarf. And I also had a perfect game, 4 kills for myself and 12 assists, which is really good. I mean, it was a pretty good game for this one. I don't know why I didn't click on details here. I think I forgot about it. But yeah, I think hopefully you guys, oh yeah, there we go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about Phinn. Do you think he is good enough to be still played on the international, played on the competitive scene? And is there a better way to play him, like what besides what I did right there? What kind of items would you have gotten if you were Phinn? So do share with us, so share with everybody as well what you think is best. And I hope to be uploading another video very soon for you guys. I pray that I do have the time, and if I don't, please do forgive me, because like I said, really busy nowadays, especially with the full-time job and stuff like that. And hopefully I will see you guys very soon with yet another episode of my Vainglory gameplay. See you guys, take care.